Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I'm really excited. When I was showing all of the things that I picked up when I was at Doodlebug and all the things that I made, I was really loving these little storybook keychain albums that they have, and I decorated one with Halloween images in it. And I've just been loving minis. And you know, I'm also a member of AFCI, which is Association for Creative Industries. It used to be called CHA, Craft and Hobby Association. They're the company that puts on Creativation every January, where we get to see all the new cool, fun toys, craft toys that are coming out for the year. Well, one of the things that they do for us is they always tell us they have like a quarterly magazine. I think it's quarterly. Maybe it's every other month or even more often. Oh my. Well, anyway, they always discuss what the trends are. And one of the trends right now is extreme sizes. So mini anything or jumbo. Like you may see jumbo pom-poms right now. But I've always been in love with minis, and so I got to thinking about that and this, and I thought, what if I were to make a mini junk journal? And so I used this paper, this 6.5-inch paper pad, Hello Sunshine from Doodlebug, and I made this little mini, let me see if I can just zoom in this way, this little mini junk journal. It's got a little charm fob thing on it. It's elasticized with elastic coming off the back. It's got 2 signatures in it, and they are super chunky. So there's the cover of the first one. So, and there's a pocket here, and there are pockets occasionally here and there. There's a pocket there. Lots of different papers here. Another pocket. There's the cover of the second signature. And this one, and there's vellum. There's all sorts of papers in here, like a typical junk journal. And there's even one of these side-loading pockets right here. Stay tuned, and I will start the tutorial. This is going to have to be in 2 parts, so hang tight. Okay, this is what the PDF looks like. Now, when I created this, it was done exactly in the right measurements, but depending on how your printer prints, it might be off like a tiny, tiny little bit. So like you see a tiny little bit off here. The cover, and these are all the inserts and pages in the inserts. So let me look at my notes here. So if you don't have the PDF and you're doing this by hand, this cover is 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And all the inserts and pages are 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, and I have some marks placed on these, and those are, if I can find something to point with, I've got a hole for the back cover, I have a hole for the top of the spine, I have where it's supposed to be folded, and the red line is just going to show where the threads are going to go. All these little dots here are where you're going to perforate holes, and these are the inserts. You can see where you're going to perforate the holes there. So that is the PDF, and you can look down below for the link on that. So on that cover, this is my cover. I am using Doodlebug's 6-inch paper pad, Hello Sunshine. The smaller pads have the tinier prints, and so it's a lot easier to use. So for the cover, it's, as I said, it's 2 inches by 3 3/4. And then you can laminate that, or you can use self-adhesive laminating sheets or contact paper or packing tape, whatever you have on hand. So hold on. I'm going to use self-adhesive laminating sheets this time, but what I'm thinking is I might want like a little tiny sticker or something on the front so that I remember that's the front cover, and just to make it cuter. And I have this, which I think I had picked up. Yeah, this was from Tuesday morning, the value pack. And there are some stickers on the back that look like they might be small enough. Okay, so I know that my front is 1.5 inches wide. And there's a 3/4 inch spine and a 1.5 inch on the back. And I saw this little bloom sticker, and I thought that might fit and be really cute. So just making sure I kind of center this on the front before I go and put my my tape on there. Okay, so let me set that aside for now. Now, I have paper under my work, and so I know the self-adhesive laminating sheets would stick to that. So I'm going to use this. and cut a piece larger than my work here. And I'm going to laminate both sides because that gives extra strength to, to my holes when I go to do the stitching. And I like, the same thing with packing tape, I like to sort of bend it like this, aim for the middle, and then pull it out like that. And then I'm pushing it from the inside out. I did get a couple bubbles or something in there, but it's hard to get it perfect. And I'm going to cut a piece for the back as well. And these are Avery brand self-adhesive laminating sheets. I get these from the office supply store. Okay, and the beauty of these is, instead of like laminating with laminating sheets, is that you can cut right on the edge of the paper. You don't have to leave that border around there, but that would work as well. It would still be just as cute. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to score this before or after putting the stickies on it. And as you can see, I decided to score it after. I figured having that ditch in there on the scoring might make it a little difficult to get the laminating down into my score line. There we go. Very cute. I like it. And now where you are going to score this with the right side up, look at my notes again, we're going to score it at 1.5 and at 2 1/4. It's a nice chunky spine for a book this size anyway. There we go. And that gives you an idea of the size of our little traveler's notebook. Okay, now for all of the inserts, let me move some of this aside. I want 2 covers because we're going to have 2 inserts, and the covers need to be 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I picked out my my covers, and actually what I'm thinking is I might want to round corners. So I'm going to use the 1 1/4 here. Not the 1 1/4, excuse me, the quarter rounder. And given that, I might as well go ahead and do the this as well. All right, very cute. Then I just cut out a whole stack of papers here. These are junk journal papers, so whatever you have lying around. I've got some like planner page kind of things here, and these are just like typewriter paperweight, okay? Like typewriter paper or printer paper. And this is also just paperweight, little scraps. That's the beauty of this, is you can use little scraps. This is all paperweight here. It's single-sided. These are papers. You know what this is? When you have something like this and it's got a picture on the front of what's in there, that's what I did. I cut those up to make these. I've got some music pages here, and this is printer paper. And then I've got some checkered, I started to say linoleum, oh my goodness, vellum, and some floral vellum, more paperweight, and there's a couple pieces of cardstock in here too. I don't usually put like cardstock on the inside of mine just because they make it stiff. And besides that, I have a couple like little pockets and things like that that I've created. So question is, am I going to score this because I think it will help with the whole bending process to go ahead and get these scored before I start. And so these covers get scored at 1 3/8. So find your 1 and then 3 little marks over. Okay. That'll give me some idea. Now what I need to do is flip these over and start lining up papers that I want to put inside there. So since I have a lot of these, I'm going to put 2 together to cut the corners. And I'm going to pause the video.